Tell 'em Tribe Tarot. Daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace, Gemini. This is Cherokee with Tell 'em Tribe Tarot coming to you with another love reading. I hope you're feeling good, feeling great. I feel amazing. I am looking forward to doing more and more readings for you and going live more and bringing you the content that you appreciate and love. So take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Leave a comment, because I love it when you say hello to a goddess. Drop a like or tap like to show some love. Share the video to share the wealth. Turn on post notifications. Subscribe to the channel. Click the thanks button if you want to show some love for a reading that resonated with you. It means a lot to me, and most importantly, it helps my channel to flourish. So we're going to tap into what's going on with a breakup. It could have been recent. It could have been a long time ago. It doesn't matter. Whenever it resonates for you, we're going to post some messages for the collective. We're going to ask our spirit guides, beautiful angels, and tarot cards to please provide us with the guided messages for the Gemini collective. Please provide us with the guided messages for the Gemini collective. And let's get into your reading, Gemini. I wish it rained today. I was looking forward to some sky blessings. I love when it rains. It just levels my chakras and makes me feel so good. But it was so sunny and hot and humid. I was like, yeah, I'm still in Florida. I might need to move to Seattle or some shit. All right, so here's some messages for you. I think so, and yes. So there's someone that might be, you may have been trying to get an answer out of, and they may be gonna say yeah, I think so, yes. If anybody's undecided about you, Gemini, you already know what time it is. Someone feels that you are beautiful and they want to know, do you need them? So you may have been looking in the mirror and sending telekinetic messages to your person. Somebody wants you to love them. I feel like this is someone who is self-absorbed and needs to love themselves. Someone who is not used to not getting love from Gemini. I just want space. That's your energy, Gemini. But I also feel like you want to be with that person as well. It's like you are tied between the two. But most importantly, you do want some damn space. So let's take a look into the tarot and see what's going on with this breakup. What is going on with Gemini in this breakup, spirit? What is going on? Because Gemini needs some insight. You heard. Gemini needs some insight. So the breakup happened because, this person reminds you of someone that you were trying to forget, Gemini. With the Six of Cups. Or maybe you wanted a family with this person and they didn't want a family. I feel like you got with this person and you didn't want a family either when y'all were together. But when you grew to know them and see how they were with their children, that was slowly changing your mind. But one person wanted more children or wanted to have children and the other person did not. I feel like you felt like maybe it would bridge some kind of gap between what you were missing and what you need emotionally. Some of you Geminis may have felt like having children would have, or a child at least, would have made things better for your own personal reasons. Spirit, please clarify the Six of Cups. And you also felt like you would be willing to do even more to accommodate having children in this relationship. But this person that you were with, Gemini, they just didn't want any more children, or maybe they didn't want children with you. They just wanted to get money. They thought that maybe being in this relationship would just be like a money-making situation where you guys could have fun and just do you and not have to worry about any responsibility, because this person may have older children, but they don't have young children and they don't want to take that road anymore. But I feel like y'all may have fell apart due to not agreeing on children, especially with the Sun card coming in through this thing. Or maybe someone could not have children and somebody wanted children and it was a strain. But there's definitely something going on in that regard. So boom, y'all broke up. Boo-hoo. You know, shit happens. You break up to make up, you make up to break up, but right now you are broken up and it hurts. Someone just wants space and you have this space. So you may be in no contact, or you may be in no contact, but you may be violating the terms of no contact, where, you know, sending little things, just making sure that you keep the connection lines open, even if it's with an accidental text, right? So what are you clinging to right now, Gemini? I think you're clinging to the fun aspect of the relationship. You're clinging to the fact that this person always knew how to have a good time. Water sign present, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy there. They always knew who to call. They were well connected. This is somebody that knew how to throw a party. They may have been a promoter, or maybe you're a promoter, Gemini. You're always around people. You're always around drinks and good company, and you may have met this person in that type of setting, and you may have a lot of friends that are in the same circle, and it's hard to disassociate from people that you've grown connections with, just to say, oh, okay, well, I'm not with this person anymore, so I can't fuck with you anymore. But sometimes that's what you may have to do in order to have a clean break and to have a fresh start with moving on. And that's a tough one, because I'm going to pull another card. The Ten of Pentacles. This is people that understood your lifestyle. You know what I mean? They had the same kind of expectations in their relationship. You guys bonded over the same type of deal. Like, this is like a high-end relationship. I would say a high-value relationship. So this is a Gemini and a Gemini's person who are well off. You're not needing this person for any money or anything. You were more so just wanting to just settle down with somebody who you could build a legacy with. And you're clinging to that idea, you know? And the fact that you're still conversing and having a good time with the same people that you may have met when you were in a relationship with this person is making it harder for you to let them go. So you're just clinging to the friendships and the connections that you had, to keep that little piece of life alive, because you feel like once you dissolve this connection with those people, you're really going to shut the door. What you need to forgive them for is not understanding your in-depth love language. Maybe this person was a bit dull when it came to romance, and you felt like they weren't trying to get to know you on a romantic level. Like, they did what they thought they were supposed to do. Like, when Valentine's Day comes around, you know what the world is doing. The world generally gets chocolates and books the most expensive restaurants. You go to a dinner, you go to a movie, you have sex, boom, that's Valentine's Day. Generally, that's what Valentine's Day is. So this person would do things that they thought was right for you, but they never really got to know or tried to do things in the level that you liked. Let's get some more insight on what you need to forgive them for. You need to forgive them for making the same mistakes over and over again in your relationship, because you allowed them to make those mistakes. You stayed and stayed and stayed and realized that they were not changing, no matter how much they may have changed for a moment. But in actuality, they were just who they were, and you guys probably were not compatible. You have to stop crying over the fact that this thing is over and you are expecting them to just somehow show up and change, or show up with flowers at your door, with your favorite flowers and an apology, when this may never happen. You have to forgive them for not getting to know you in the way that you wanted to be known, Gemini. And what you have to forgive yourself for is the Star card. Aquarius energy is here as well. You have to forgive yourself for neglecting the things that you love. You have to forgive yourself for going through hell and high water over and over again and putting yourself through this cycle and ignoring the things that you cared about most just to accommodate someone who was taking you for granted or who just wasn't getting you. You have to forgive yourself for not seeing your value when you were in this connection. You have to forgive yourself for wanting and feeling guilty for starting over. Like, you don't owe anything to anyone but yourself, and which is your truth. And your truth is, this is a learning experience for you. You know, this is a relationship. Who's to say the relationship may not rekindle? But based on the type of things that you each wanted, you wanted completely different things. Someone wanted children, the other person did not. Someone wanted to just have fun and make money and travel. Someone else wanted to, you know, have children come along the way. You wanted children, they did not. Or they wanted children and you did not. And it's heartbreaking because they also had other people that they were trying to satisfy in the same regard. And I think that's also what it was. This person also used money as a way to just make everyone happy, until it got to the point where you just like, I just want some damn space. I just want some space. I can't do this anymore. I can't keep settling anymore. You have to forgive yourself for settling. You have to forgive yourself for feeling like there's no life after this person. There is hope after this person. You have to forgive yourself for everything that you've been beating yourself up about, because this is not failure. This is just an experience that you needed to have to remind yourself that you are valuable and you are worth it. And just because one thing doesn't work out doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. But that's what you really have to do. You have to forgive them for trying your shit, and you have to forgive yourself for allowing it. Seriously. Gonna take the first heart that fell. If you could do anything, Gemini, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Think about that. Ponder on that, Gemini. If you could do anything, what would it be? And I feel like by being with this person, you may not have been doing the things that you wanted to do. You may have stifled the things, stifled your happiness in some regard to accommodate them and what they wanted, because you were all in. You were all in, Gemini. And it's not a bad thing to be all in, but at some point you have to draw the line and set some ground rules and some boundaries so that people can understand that you ain't nothing to be fucked up with. And boundaries is a sign of respect. Just because you have boundaries doesn't mean that you're an ass. It just means that you care about yourself enough to listen. Just like when you listen to other people, you care about them enough to listen to what they have to say. If someone cares about you, they would listen. And you felt like this person, they just was not listening. They were all about having a good time, Gemini, but they didn't really want a long-term commitment. They didn't want that type of commitment with you, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that. That's the only way that you're going to be okay. Message of guidance, and that's what this message is about. Listen to your triggers. Listen to the quiet when you're in your own space and you're talking to that person in the mirror and hoping that the messages get to them. Talk to yourself in the mirror and get through to yourself, because you need the healing. They need to heal, but that's not your responsibility. Who's to say that they will ever heal? Some people are so scarred that they are going to be like that for eternity. Some people are just cursed. So be happy that you are out of this situation. And yes, this person may have seen the physical beauty in you, but they may have taken the emotional beauty of you for granted. They may have taken the deep beauty of you for granted because they never really took the chance to get to know you, because they thought that they could buy you. Or maybe the roles are reversed, Gemini, but either way, this is your advice. And I hope that it helps. And until next time, love and light, tribe.